welcome from Haven Center in St. Louis Park as Benilde-St. Margaret's takes on the Chaska Hawks. In girls basketball tonight, the Benilde-St. Margaret Red Knights come in at 15-9, and for Chaska they come into this game at 13-11. I'm Bruce Hoban along with Phil Firk, and Phil, these two teams have played once before, January 27th.
Right, and Benilde won that ball game. It was 8 points, 55-47. So this should be a good matchup. Both teams are pretty equal as far as wins and losses. So we're expecting a fun game tonight, Bruce.
Starting lineups for the Benilde-St. Margaret Red Knights will be Allie Coughlin, number 21, number 25, Gretchen Sattler, number 30, Sydney Liebel, number 31, AJ Sherrod, and number 33, Abby Wilger. The leading scorer for Benilde is AJ Sherrod, averaging close to 15 points per game. For the Chaska Hawks, it'll be number 5, Joanelle Leggett, number 21, Carly Getz, number 23, Nicole Parsons, number 25, Anna Perrell, and number 35, Natalie Lenzen. The leading scorer for the Chaska Hawks is number 23, Nicole Parsons. She's averaging about 18 points per game. Getting close to the sections for the girls, Phil, and so both teams want to sort of show that they're ready to get into the section. So big games as you get into the last week of the season.
And you want your team playing, their best basketball, real positive, and expect to win.
Red Knights off the turnover into the front court. Three-point shot, not good that time by Liebel. And the rebound was pulled down by the Hawks. Into the front court quickly. Number 21 is Getz, back up top for Perrell. Now Getz has it. Tries to penetrate in the lane, off for Lenzen. Lenzen puts the shot up off the iron, not good. And the rebound pulled down by the Red Knights, who pushed the ball up the court. On the left side is Sherrod, who passed back out. This is Coughlin.
Both teams, Bruce, are starting out with a man-to-man defense. We'll see what happens as they make any switches shortly.
And Gretchen Sattler with the first 2 points of the game for the Red Knights, coming off the bank. Right now, Red Knights playing a tough defense.
Well, they load up in the paint. They play, it looks like, they're playing off ball, ready to help on dribble penetration.
Sattler did a great job closing out the baseline on that last part there, and now it's worked inside. And 2-point shot put in by number 23, Nicole Parsons.
That's what you like to see. A ball goes down deep in the hole and then kick back out and get a nice, soft, easy look shot.
2-2 game here. We're tied, just underway. Benilde in the red uniforms. Chaska in the white with purple.
Well, Benilde's run that play a few times. You can see they're very comfortable in that. They'll come back.
And Sherrod has done a great job this season. She averages close to 15 points a game. She'll convert that more times than not. And we get a foul inside on the Red Knights. First foul of the game. Gretchen Sattler picks up the foul. That's number 1 for Gretchen. So Parsons has all 3 points for the Hawks. Makes a pair of free throws there. And now the Red Knights trail 4-2. Full court press put on by the Hawks. Red Knights working into the front court.
Broke that pretty easy, a 1-2-2 full court, but not a lot of pressure.
There's Sherrod a little bit short on the shot. The rebound came out, put back up again, and partially blocked. Sherrod underneath. So good offensive rebounding that time by the Red Knights, and AJ Sherrod getting the basket. But a good job by Sattler, number 25 inside too, keeping that ball alive, and Sherrod finally able to close. Are we going to get a travel there? Yes, we do.
Yeah, she just lost her balance, but had the right idea. She dipped her shoulder down, went to the basket, just stumbled a little.
So the score knotted at 4. Coughlin. That was a pass that Carly Getz got in the way of. And coming back quickly is Peril. Shot was blocked. That was Leggett who had the shot blocked out of bounds, and it'll be the Hawks basketball. I like the way the Red Knights get back on defense, Philly.
Well, they run, and and that's sort of a trademark of their coaching over the years. They love to run and the full court.
Natalie Lenzen had her shot blocked that time inside, and Red Knights will get the basketball. This is Coughlin, gets by Getz. Sattler drives down the lane, and it gets back out to Coughlin. Sherrod, a little strong on that shot, and the rebound pulled down by the Hawks. They're going to run with it. And inside, it's blocked by Sherrod. Parsons unable to get that one to go. Red Knights back on the other end, and the basket by Sattler.
Sattler just was not going to be denied on that shot. That was beautiful.
You see the Red Knights will push the ball. So far, we've seen a big presence inside by the Red Knights, not giving Chaska any easy shots inside. They've all been tipped or blocked, it seems like, on the inside. We're going to try and work it inside again, now back out.
It's a tough pass, a lob pass in the low post. That's very difficult.
Running layup attempt short that time by Parsons. Red Knights will run again, but it's pulled down by Getz. Getz starts the other way. And they're going to run, but they're going to just go full bore at the basket, and we're going to get a foul, and I think it's going to be a blocking foul.
Yeah,
so.
I don't know who that foul was on.
Well, I think the coaches are telling Amy that, when she takes a run like that, just get your feet planted because you got plenty of time there. Got rebounded.
That was a nice rebound, nice vertical jump.
Brooke Stanley, number 12 in the game now, and basket by Wilger. So Wilgers with her first 2 points of the game.
This Chaska team, you see these girls cutting without the basketball. It's very difficult sometimes for kids to get that concept. That was a nice turn inside. But Chaska does that real well, players without the ball. Keep the offense alive.
Sherrod's just struggling to get those close-in shots to go, as she missed that time, but she'll get it going. She's averages about 15 points per game. The outside shot, not good that time by Getz. Down on the other end, that was Lebo unable to get her shot to go. Now the Hawks back into the offensive zone. Shot missed that time by Parsons. (8-4) Red Knights lead. 11:52 left to go here in the first half. Sherrod from the free throw line. Nice shot.
He looked real comfortable on that shot. It was just, Sherrod is averaged 14 points. That was just a nice, beautiful free throw is really what it turned out to be.
So Tara Seifert, the head coach of the Chaska Hawks, will take a timeout here with their team trailing 10-4. Bob Lyons, the head coach of the Red Knights.
Benilde has had really, and still do, a real nice basketball program over the years. They're very consistent. Lyons has just done a spectacular job as far as keeping his kids, always competitive.
Red Knights close their season off on Friday, February 27th, as they face off against Robbinsdale Cooper. That game at 7 o'clock at Robbinsdale Cooper. So doubleheader for us, Phil, as the boys start the sections tonight, and that game coming up right after this one.
Yeah, the boys will start their tournaments earlier than the girls. Last year was just flip-flopped. The girls had their tournament before the boys.
Natalie Lenzen got the rebound that time underneath, and she was able to draw a foul, so she will go to the free throw line. The foul on Wilgers, that's her first foul. Actually the third foul for the Red Knights. Hawks have yet to foul in this game. So Lenza making 1 of 2 free throws. Red Knights will have the ball.
Chaska hasn't put full court pressure on, but they just come up and they make Benilde work down the floor. That's kind of what you want to do early in the ball game, just to see how the guards handle the ball, what they like to go to their left or to the right, because you can take advantage of that later on in the game.
There's Coughlin back in the game. Up top, Liebel. Hands off to Coughlin. And the pass stolen away. And the layup is good by Anna Perrell. Her first 2 points of the game. And it's now 10-7. Here comes the Red Knights. Coughlin into the corner. Shot by Stanley off the mark, and here comes the Hawks. All the way down the lane. She got inside, and they're going to call a jump ball. And on the alternate possession, it'll be Red Knights basketball. Sattler coming back into the game for the Red Knights. Megan Koosman comes in, number 2 for Chaska. Inside, a little too strong on that one. I mentioned Yanni Powell, number 22, is in the game now for the Red Knights.
Lenson made a real nice move to the basket that time. Got fouled, but a really beautiful, a nice post move.
Well, the Red Knights still have 4 fouls, and I think that's indicative of just that the Hawks are taking it hard to the basket. Dana Schindler, number 44, comes into the game for the Hawks. So it's 10-8, our score, as the Red Knights from the free throw line is Sattler. With
that free throw. Looks like she just looked for that line, put her toes right on it. Nice shot.
Gretchen averaging close to 12 points per game, has 6 here so far in the first half. We're going to get some substitutions. So Sherrod and Wilgers will come back in for the Red Knights. So Parsons looks for someone to pass to. That was Koosman. Now Perrell. Parsons. Drive to the basket, and Sherrod held her ground that time, not allowing Lenzen in. And back on the other end, trying to get position as Liebel. They work it around the perimeter on the left side of the key.
Well, you can see the battle with Sherrod in there. I tell you, she's a real strong young lady.
Now going to reset and work Sherrod inside. Allie Coughlin. And she loses the basketball. Peril, Koosman, and around the perimeter, Parsons. Nice inside pass. That shot was put up by Peril, rebounded by the Red Knights, quickly into the front court. Jump shot was taken that time by Stanley, didn't go, and out of bounds. It will be Hawks basketball, and Sydney Liebel will come back into the game. She'll replace Stanley.
Benilde had the shot that they wanted on that fast break. A lot of times you just want to get the ball, catch, and shoot, and that's exactly what they did. It'll come back.
Three-point attempt that time, not good by Koosman. Neither team shooting at a high percentage right now, Phil.
Both teams, well, especially Benilde's, have had a few turnovers already early in the game. There we got it.
So Sherrod hitting from outside that time. Her 5th point of the game, and it's now a 6-point Red Knight lead at 14-8. Oh, cross-court pass over the head of Peril, and a turnover for the Hawks. So the Red Knights will get the basketball back, leading 14-8. And we'll get a little pressure. We get a press put on here by Chaska, stolen away. Give and go, and the basket by Peril.
Sometimes just a little sloppy pass. The coach certainly didn't like that pass.
Was a nice pass for Chaska, though, by Koosman to get the ball over to Peril, who made the basket. Oh, that time, little miscommunication that time. Sherrod started breaking in towards the basket, and the pass behind her out of bounds, so turnover by the Red Knights.
Just a little short on the timing tonight, but they've got the right idea. They'll come back in the second half. They'll get those shots. I would say, Bruce, both these teams right now are pretty equal as far as strengths. Both teams are very physical, very strong. Benilde likes to run. Good outside shooters.
When we're maybe a low-scoring game at 14-10 right now, but we're seeing a lot of attempts and a lot of opportunities. I think as some of the shots start falling, we're going to see the score go up a little bit faster.
I would hope so. Well, it's hard to believe, Bruce, that the season is right down to the last game for well, we got one more for the ladies here, but it has gone so fast.
Seems like every year you and I, we part ways after the basketball season, and it seems like we're back together again in no time at all. So.
Well, we haven't had an opportunity to do the girls' games this year as much as we have in the past, so this is really kind of a treat for us.
It is, and as you mentioned, the Red Knights have had good success, and some good players coming up through their program over the years. I think Chaska had the play right there with Dana Schindler inside that time, but the Red Knights doing a good job to just reach and grab that ball away from her and not give her that opportunity for the layup. Megan Koosman came into the game, small guard, but she seems to move the ball pretty good for them. Well, they have not had any luck inside. The only luck they've had is that they've drawn fouls on the Red Knights, and here's foul number 5
Well, I think the post players for Chaska have to post up in a position where they're comfortable to get the ball rather than a little bit too long or too short to the baseline. As a result, when they get the ball, they don't have a good angle.
Second foul on Wilgers, and the free throw missed by Schindler. So Stanley will come into the game. Wilgers will take a seat on the bench with 2 fouls. Schindler making the second of 2 free throws. 3-point game, 14-11. And a 3 off the iron. We're going to push. And the first foul of the game against the Hawks. Coming with 6:39 to go in the first half. I saw the 3-point attempt there. Hard to see the foul, but it was a nice job by the Red Knights to get that ball inside.
That was a nice assist, a beautiful pass.
Sherrod that time fell at great position inside, able to work her way into close enough to the basket to be able to do that nice turnaround shot.
Carly just gave her a nice one-handed pass in there, hit her right where she wanted the ball.
There's a nice shot by Koosman hitting the 3 on the other end.
Koosman for 3.
So Megan Koosman makes this one a 2-point game. Stanley gives it off to Carroll, or Sattlers. Now Coughlin, and she hits. So Allie Coughlin gets her first 2 points of the game with a nice shot from about 14 feet out.
Allie was just very comfortable with that shot. Just knew if give her a good pass, she was going to make that basket. Nice shot.
Score 18-14. Parsons takes it to the basket, and the foul called on the Red Knights. This is Sattler, will be her second foul.
Falls number 25 for the Red Knights. Sattler. Nicole Parsons at the line with the Hawks.
Parsons with her 3rd free throw of the game. Carly checks back into the game for the Hawks.
Parsons for 2.
So a pair of free throws for Parsons. They're back to 2-point game, 18-16. 5:15 to go in the first half. Taking it all the way to the basket. Not good by Coughlin.
Carly's getting a little more aggressive out there with the basketball. It's fun to watch her drive to the basket.
Turnaround in and out that time by Lenzen. Stolen away. Here comes the Red Knights driving in. Basket and 1. Katie Jo Schlieder.
Basket was good for 2.
Hawks look inside. There's Parsons, and that shot may have been deflected and pulled down by the Red Knights. Here's Coughlin up top. Stanley. This is Schlieder back to Coughlin as they work it around. Liebel trying to take it down the lane. Shot off the backboard, didn't go, and the rebound by the Hawks, and they lose the ball on the other end. So a turnover. Sherrod calling for the basketball, but it's deflected from behind. Hawks will get it back. There's a shot that was missed that time by Peril. And the Red Knights leading by 4 with 3:40 to go here in the first half.
It's fun to watch Benilde's offense. They have all their players in motion, and then they all of a sudden they kind of lull the defense to sleep and then take it to the right there, just take it to the basket.
Yeah, great cut that time by Stanley and a good feed. So it's a 6-point game. Peril drives to the lane, goes strong on that one. Long pass for Sherrod, and she can't catch up with it. So it'll go back to the Hawks. Both teams trying to run, which is causing a few turnovers here.
Just a little out of control. Carly did a nice job of getting the ball, but she just had to control that pass a little bit.
Koosman back into the game for the Hawks. Also in number 4, Anna Panning. Oh, wide open inside. So they were able to work the ball inside that time, and Lenzen able to finish to make it a 4-point game.
They look to go inside just about every time if they can.
Little trouble handling the ball that time.
Yeah,
was
the
Lenzen.
ball wanted to bounce a little bit.
Koosman takes it inside, was able to pass the ball off because she wasn't going to get that shot
She
off.
got lost inside.
Right. The towers there, and
see her.
got it off to Lenzen. Lenzen lost the basketball. Now the Red Knights have it into the front court. Jump shot by Sherrod is good.
Well, Sherrod is tough. She's a good outside shooter. She's tough inside, good rebounder, just a nice basketball player.
Well, they worked it inside that time. Lenzen got a little too far under the basket. Now another steal by Chaska and a foul.
That's what I was saying earlier. If Chaska could get the ball to their big players in a comfortable position at the right angles, but right now they're getting the ball inside, but in the wrong places.
The Red Knights have played a good game, but they've gotten a little bit sloppy in their own end, and Chaska taking advantage, and now they'll send Anna Peril to the free throw line.
Most of Benilde's turnovers have been, on fast breaks, trying to speed the ball up the floor.
Carroll for 1.
Missing a second free throw, and the rebound was taken
Thought they
down
were
by
going to let that ball
Liebel.
just go out of bounds. Nobody wanted it.
Liebel had to do a little balancing act along that line. So 1:30 to go here in the first half.
We'll see how Benilde handles this with a 5-point lead with about a minute and a half to go.
Good defense that time by Peril as she knocks the ball out of bounds. Carly Getz will check into the game for the Hawks.
Oh,
Great pass.
well, they did everything but make the basket. It's a beautiful play.
Schluter unable to finish on that one. Coming down on the other end and is Anna Peril, and she gets the basket.
Nobody helped down there either. Peril was able to go all the way to the basket. Other defensive players just let her go.
7 fouls for the Red Knights here in the half, 2 for the Hawks. Well, we're going to see the refs are going to have to talk here. One called a travel, the other called a foul.
Well, which one came first?
Personally, I think the foul may have been before the travel, but we'll see.
Kind of looked like she stumbled into it. She lost her balance, kind of fell backwards.
Back
Well,
in the game, number 2, Megan Koosman.
So the travel called, and chance to tie it up now for Chaska.
One possession here. Might be a good idea for Chaska to just take this clock down a little bit. Get it right.
Well, they take it to the hoop.
Yes, they did.
That was a nice little drive there by Anna Panning.
Well, when you get that kind of drive, then yes, take it.
1 point game, and the Red Knights will pull it out. Go for one shot here as we're down to 14 seconds. 24-23 Red Knights as we're at 9.
I'm sure they've been in this situation before, down to 7 seconds.
This is Coughlin.
They wanted to go back door like they have done in the past.
Well, stolen away, and the Red Knights not going to get a good shot off to close that half.
Well, we saw a good first half.
Well, we
point
did, and
differential.
And if you're Chaska, you have to be very happy to only be trailing by 1 right now, because they were down by as much as 6, or maybe 8, and be able to close the gap to 1 here at the end of the half.
Well, I was thinking Chaska with that little down 3 right at the end of the half was probably just going to keep the ball and maybe for one last shot. But when they were able to drive with nobody playing defense, it's the right thing to do.
So we're through one half of play here. Our score, Benilde-St. Margaret's 24, Chaska 23.
Mom was diagnosed with Alzheimer's at 58 years old.
For me, it was heart-wrenching.
It takes a toll on everyone. I mean, it's a depressing disease to watch unfold before your eyes.
You just don't see the person's soul is like gone.
This disease just ravages a family.
It changes your life.
The magnitude of it is indescribable.
Now is the moment. If we work together, we can stop this epidemic.
Contact Bright Focus and learn more.
It's underway in the second half. I'm Bruce Over along with Phil Burke. 24-23, nice pass inside. And the first basket in the second half goes to the Red Knights. A.J. Sherrod.
Well, they went right to A.J. right away on the baseline, and she doesn't miss that shot. It's a good position.
Trying to work it inside on the other end. That was Leggett.
Leggett made a nice break to the basket. When she got it, she didn't have a real good shooting stance. She basically just kind of threw it.
Three-point, rebounded by Leggett. Here comes the Hawks on the run. Parsons.
That was a nice kiss off the glass. Nice angle.
26-25. Nice drive to the basket, and that just rolled around and rolled out.
Once again, Chaska isn't getting over to help very much tonight either, because that ball, she was able to take it all the way to the basket.
Nice save by the Hawks.
Pressure.
That was a great hustle by a couple players over there on the far sidelines, including Anna Perrell. Turnaround off the rim, and the rebound was brought in by Coughlin. Coughlin takes it quickly into the court. Pass off. Shot did not go by Sherrod. Rebound and a putback by Abby Wilgers. So Wilgers with good position for that rebound. And it's 28-25. This is Parsons. Passes off for Perrell. Along the baseline. And the shot's good by Carly Getz. She gets her first 2 points of the basketball game. Both teams matching baskets here so far in the second half. Fight for the rebound, and it's still a battle, and it's taken down by the Red Knights. It was Sattler, short on her shot, but a good effort by Gretchen. And now the Hawks. So the Hawks just continuing to look to try and get inside, but now we're going to take the outside with Parsons. And Sherrod strong in on the rebound. But also a good job that time by number 35. That was Natalie Lenzen for the Hawks, keeping that ball alive, causing a jump ball. And the Hawks will get the basketball in alternate possession here.
Seems like the pace has slowed down just a little bit, Bruce, as far as going for loose balls, rebounding and stuff, but the players aren't getting to those spots quick enough.
Well, the foul is going to be called on Sattler. That's number 3.
The foul is on Benilde-St. Margaret, number 33. Abby Wilgers.
Oh, they call it on Wilgers. But that's number 3 on Wilgers. Missed free throws by Lenzen. Looks like Sherrod, if she'd have a quick move to the left, she may have been able to beat the player that time. So
it looked like it, yes.
Inside and knocking the roll that time is Lenzen. Allie Coughlin. Jump ball. This one will go to the Red Knights.
Possession to the Red Knights.
I think that time Wilgers thought she was wrapped around.
Grabbed, yep. Both teams have stayed with this man-to-man for the entire game. There's been no zoning at all.
Coughlin unable to get the shot to go from that left side of the hoop as she was driving in, didn't get enough on the ball to get it up there. And now the Hawks will have the basketball chance to take the lead as they trail 28-27. Basket.
That was a nice little look like a finger roll. And she did a beautiful job taking the baseline, 2 dribbles, take it up for a layup.
So 10 points in the game for Parsons. Coughlin shot in and out. Here comes the Hawks trying to get to the baseline, and we're going to get a travel call. Good defense that time by Liebel along with Wilgers. And Stanley will come into the game now for the Red Knights.
Well, now we may see a little bit of pressure here by Chaska for the first time. We'll see how Benilde breaks this.
Sattler off for Stanley. Now Liebel inside. And a nice shot by Wilgers. Abby with her 6th point of the game, and Red Knights back on top by 1. Nice pass inside.
That was a really nice pass by Peril.
That shot was tipped off of Liebel. Parsons spin move. A little wild that time, and knocked over Sattler. And now on the other end, they get a foul and a two shot attempts for Sherrod.
Foul's number 25, and Pearl.
Pearl picking up her first foul.
Sherrod the game for the Hawks. Megan Guzman.
12 points in the game for Sherrod. Both teams have one foul here in the second half. There's AJ hitting the second one as well. Back to 1 point Red Knights lead. So 11 minutes, 50 seconds to go. Parsons had that one blocked. Wilgers had the block on that one. Now the shot by Lebo won't go, and Chaska with the chance now to take the lead. Almost stolen by Stanley. Koosman got it back. Anna Perrell. A little strong on that one. Here comes the Red Knights. Sherrod had Stanley. But Sherrod takes the shot off the backboard and in.
That was just a nice, strong move. Beautiful move on her part.
Fun to watch, Phil.
Well, she uses the glass so nice.
I like it. And a jump ball and a great defensive play by Wilgers. Wilgers has been tough inside.
21, Allie Coughlin. Hawks possession on the jump ball. And the game for the Hawks, number 4, Anna Panny.
Nice read. Sattler with the steal, takes it all the way in. Basket and one for Gretchen Sattler.
She just kind of laid back waiting for that pass to come. I mean, she was anticipating that. And good defenders do that. They anticipate where's that next pass going to be, sort of lulls you to sleep, and steps in and takes that pass out of the lane. Nice play.
Well, Panning was the one who threw the pass and had it intercepted. She's the one who committed the foul. Sattler has 9 points in this basketball game so far. Spin move, now back out. Pass was tipped. So turnover gives the ball back to the Red Knights. Sattler tries to take it in and had the pass stolen away by Panning. This is Perrell. Looks inside. Tough shot.
Little left-hander, yeah. Not quite a jump hook, but just about. It was a nice little move. She saw that little daylight, spun it to her left. Good move.
And that was set up by her just getting inside position close to the basket that time.
And she wanted the ball, and that was the big part. She showed her hands, got the pass right where she wanted it, and then was able to operate. A lot of times they throw the ball in, and it's a low pass. The post player has to reach someplace, so they get out of position. You want to show the hand where you want the ball to be passed to, and it's up to the guards to put that ball on the money.
Pretty good game so far, Phil. Looks like
well, we got a 4-point differential here. But the way the game is going, each team has had a little spurt. Not a big spurt, but 4 or 5 points.
Right.
And, nothing big.
Chaska put a full court press on here.
Another little zone press, like a 1-2-2.
That was almost stolen by Parsons. With Stanley into the front court. Pass off for the 3. Sattler in and out. Good rebound by Liebel. Now we're going to have a jump ball. Well, nope, they let it play on. This is Coughlin. Tip into the backcourt by Parsons. Timeout for the Red Knights. Hawks trying to pick up a little defensive pressure
Well,
there.
I think Chaska, if they start pressing a little bit, Benilde is having a little difficult time getting the ball up the floor. So it'll be interesting to see if they put a hard press on.
Really very few fouls in this game.
Well, it went a long time before Chaska even picked up a foul.
I think Chaska has 4 fouls so far in this whole entire game. Red Knights had 7 fouls in the first half, only 1 here in the second. So we've seen Chaska still, trying to attempt to get it inside to Lenzen, but the Red Knights not fouling as they did in the first half. Here's Sattler. Coughlin looking to reverse the basketball. Good read by Parsons. Parsons gets called for the charge.
Calls number 23 for the Hawks, Nicole Parsons. Red Knights possession.
That's great defense, though, on a one-on-one, and you think Parsons is probably the most skilled player on this Chaska team. Out of bounds, off of the foot of Anna Peril.
We're seeing the game pick up a little bit, especially by Chaska on defense.
Sherrod doesn't get it to go. Liebel on the putback, not good. And trying to get out of there is Leggett. Stolen away by Sattler, who's playing the defensive back position. She's had a couple steals and just couldn't get her layup to go. But again, good rebounds. On the offensive boards right now, the Red Knights are doing a great job.
Yeah, just tremendous, actually. They wouldn't give up.
Calls number 35, Natalie Lentz.
Natalie Lenzen picking up her second foul of the game. Long cross-court pass, wide open for the shot. A little too strong on that one for Coughlin. 1-on-2, and wisely pulling it out was Planning. That's a shot that Parsons hit early in the game, but didn't hit it that time. So.
We haven't seen too many outside shots tonight.
There's one that's just a little short on the iron, and we get another jump ball. This one will go to the Red Knights.
Well, Chaska is swarming on defense right now. Benilde really doesn't have an answer for that.
Possession, Red Knights.
And you can see that's why Chaska's 4 fouls right now. So as they're playing a little more aggressive, they're going to pick up some fouls. Sherrod missed the shot, and the rebound for the Hawks. Carroll. Trying to get it inside. We saw the left-handed spin shot before. This time, right-handed shot was blocked. And we'll get another timeout.
Timeout, Red Knights.
Coach Lyons thought maybe just call the timeout a little bit too early, as his player was maybe going in for a layup that time.
That happens sometimes. You know, you just think, well, I better get it, and all of a sudden they make a basket. But at the same time, you call the timeout.
Well, and again, the Red Knights with a 4-point lead, but Coach Lyons thinks this is an opportunity to really make some adjustments, and if you're gonna, this is a key point of the game right now.
Well, I think they have to talk about really breaking the press. You know, getting players in positions, not making wild passes, staying off the sidelines. You know, it's just the fundamentals.
St. Louis Park girls back in the 80s used, got quite a few turnovers off the press.
Park had tremendous players at every position during those years, and you know, a lot of our games were won just by pressing, or you know, in that time maybe the players weren't as good ball handlers as they are now, but Park was very, very adept at stealing the ball and converting.
So it's Red Knight basketball. Sherrod will inbound the basketball. 37-33 the score, 7:25 remaining. Coughlin double teamed in the backcourt. Gets it for Sattler. Sattler that time, instead of taking it in, passed it off. Now Sattler will drive into the lane. Running jumper is good.
It was a nice soft shot. Good move.
Parsons with a nice fake. And we'll get a foul. Peril will go to the free throw line. And this is going to be Wilgers picking up the foul.
Chaska hasn't had a field goal for some time now. I don't know exactly what it was, but they've been in a drought.
The foul on Wilgers is her 4th foul, so that's a pretty big foul. Wilgers has done a great job inside.
Well, we'll see what the coach wants to do. He'll probably let her go. Let her stay in there.
Jonell Leggett picking up the foul.
Falls on the Hawks to 5. Jonell Leggett.
Turnover. Nice move. That was a great job by Peril to cut inside and work her way to the basket for the layup. She made a quick fake to the right and took it inside. Here's the pressure.
Timeout for the Red Knights.
And we'll get another timeout for the Red Knights.
Anna Panning, number 4, against when they were pressing Benilde, did a really nice job. I was reading her eyes. She was anticipating that bounce pass into the middle, and she just stepped right in there and picked it off and caused the fast break. It was a nice play on her part.
So the Red Knights now with only 1 timeout left.
Well, we're down to a 2-point game.
Both teams have gone 8 deep. Red Knights coming off a victory over Bloomington Kennedy, 57-53. Before that, they lost a couple in a row to Chanhassen and Richfield. We show that the Red Knights lost to Chaska 55-47 last time they played. So
okay,
I think we may have mentioned at the beginning we had that reverse.
I see that.
So the Red Knights looking to avenge their earlier loss.
Oh, nice block. Who was that block? Number 5. Yep.
That was Jonell Leggett.
A beautiful block. I mean, she's not very tall, but she went right up. It was an uncontested layup.
Well, Leggett averages close to 10 points a game, has not gotten on board yet, scoring-wise. A left-handed turnarounder just off. And a chance for the Hawks to tie it now, trailing by 2.
Well, the Hawks don't have to hurry at all. There's a lot of time. Make good decisions with the ball.
Well, they're going to take a 3, and they've got the lead.
Is that our first 3 tonight? I don't recall.
Well, Anna Peril. Megan Koosman had a 3 earlier for Chaska.
Right.
And a 3 put up on the other end by Liebel, not good. So 1-point Hawks lead. Oh, great move to the basket by Lenson. And the Hawks pick up the foul. That was Panning trying to go for the steal, picking up the foul. Her second foul, 16 fouls, so one more will put the Red Knights into the bonus.
Well, the Red Knights have been successful getting that ball into Sherrod different times. She's such a strong player, but it's not a bad thing to do. Keep going to her.
Well, see how the Red Knights do now. They haven't really trailed in this game, and they trailed by 3. Parsons missing the shot and a good rebound. This is Sattler. Been impressed with Sattler in this game as well. Sherrod's been fairly quiet over the last few minutes, but
he hasn't had the ball either. But she's the player that they want to go to right now. Get the ball deep inside.
Having trouble inbounding it. Tipped out of bounds. To Red Knights basketball. This is Coughlin. And the fans, the coach wanted to travel on Chaska.
What was that?
Spin move, not good, and the rebound taken down by the Red Knights. Trying to take the lead back, and it's thrown away. So the Hawks will have it with 3:38 remaining in regulation time. And we'll get a timeout by Kara Seifert.
Well, Lenz has done a really nice job inside tonight as far as gets the ball. She's got a nice little move. And I would continue to try to get the ball into her.
Chaska coming off 3 straight wins. They beat St. Louis Park 64-50, Owatonna 60-49, and Robbinsdale Cooper 66-48.
We don't have the standings here tonight, so we don't know, but I think Chaska and Benilde are probably awfully close. They both have about the equal wins and losses.
Well, you can see that this has been a back and forth basketball game, and the way it's going right now, it could be whoever has the ball last.
Well, that's true. But again, we really haven't seen a lot of outside shooting tonight with either team. But I think you want to go to your strengths right now. Just keep pounding the ball inside. Both teams, actually.
Well, Sherrod has 15 points, and Sattler has 11 for Benilde. They're the leading scorers there, and Nicole Parsons with 12 points. But Anna Peril averages 8 points per game. She has 15. This is Peril with the basketball right now. Looking inside. Couple spin moves. Good defense by the Red Knights. And they come away with it. This is Coughlin. Chance for the Red Knights now to take the lead with 3 minutes remaining in regulation. This is Coughlin. Top of the key, Liebel. Sattler inside. Back out to Coughlin. Looked like she's going to shoot, then decide to forego that shot. Ball was tipped out of bounds.
And that's what Benilde should be doing right now. Chaska does not slide over to help a lot on defense, and Benilde, I'm sure, you know, after 2-3 passes can drive the basket, especially on the baseline.
Abby Wiggers continues to be in the game here with 4 fouls. This is Sattler. Sherrod, little pass for Sattler coming in. That was blocked out of bounds, and again, it will be Red Knights basketball with 2:27 to go. You see the cut to the basket, and good block by Parsons that time. Oh, that time Sattler had trouble holding on to the basketball. Coming back on the other end, getting the ball back, and a foul is going to...
I think they called it against 25, possibly. Peril?
Foul number 25 for the Red Knights.
Well, it almost... Well, let's see who they called. There's 2 25s were there.
Yeah.
But they called it against Sattler. But it looked like it may have gone the other way. 3 too far by Kuzman. And she's looking for her second 3 of the game. And the Red Knights with the ball. It's crunch time now, 2:07. Sherrod. Ball was tipped inside. Here's the give to Sherrod, who takes it in and scores.
That ball bounced the right way for Sherrod. She could give herself an assist.
Red Knights back up by 1 now. 1:49 to go. Parsons wanted a foul, no call. This is Coughlin as we've got players down on the floor getting up slowly with Sattler. She may just be out of wind a little bit. Coughlin with the spin. Inside Sattler. They've had a couple good bounces going their way there. And
Chaska has done a really nice job blocking shots down there. Easy shots that more likely could be made.
Panning back into the game now for Chaska. Kuzman out. 1:16, and Coughlin almost lost the basketball that time. Got it back. Takes it all the way to the basket. Strong.
That was kind of unusual for her. She hasn't done that all night long. A nice drive.
3-point lead for the Red Knights. Now the Red Knights look like they pick up their defense. And the rebound by Sherrod on the miss. Now the Red Knights got to be careful with the basketball. I think we're going to see Chaska having a foul pretty soon here. Coughlin and foul. Almost travel, but foul called before the travel.
She did a nice job controlling the ball.
So Allie Coughlin will go to the line with a 3-point lead for the Red Knights.
That's the line for the Red Knights, 21. Allie Coughlin.
This is the front end of the 1-and-1, and the rebound was pulled down by Lenzen. Chaska, plenty of time. 29 seconds. Parsons takes it to the basket, scores, and we'll get a timeout to allow Chaska to put a press on.
21 seconds. That was a nice possession. Got what they wanted. Be able to set up their defense now.
See the drive here. Parsons.
Yeah, so that was a nice left-handed move.
Well, we said it could go down to the last possession, and 45-44. Red Knights will have the basketball in the lead, but
well, they'll have
again,
to foul too if they, get that clock down to about 10 seconds. At that point, they're going to have to maybe commit the foul.
They still have a timeout left too if they have trouble inbounding the basketball.
Well, this is where strategy gets to be real important, as to, you know, who can do what they're asked to do as far as, you know, hanging on the ball, getting the shot, getting the timeout. A whole bunch of things are going on in those huddles right now. Well, we know Chaska's going to come out with a hard press.
Well, and the possession arrow could be big here because it's favoring Chaska.
Possession, Red Knights.
Sherrod looking to get the ball in. Now she sees Stanley. Oh, and a jump ball. It's going to go to Chaska.
And I think you said Chaska has a timeout.
So with 16 seconds to go.
Well, Chaska double teamed down there. It was a nice defensive strategy. We'll see how they play this. All they wanted to just drive it to the basket.
I think Chaska may need a time. Oh, they get the ball into Parsons. Takes it to the hoop and no foul. Or they did call a foul.
Well, Parsons really went hard to the basket that time, and that's what you want to do. Well, this is what you practice the free throws for all summer.
Yep. Allie Coughlin had picked up the last foul, and
you dream about these, you know, as a growing up in a backyard. I'm sure she sat out there many times thinking, you know, what can I do when the game is tied or 1 point behind with just seconds to go?
well, she has
Nice
16 points in the game, made all 6 of her free throws.
Well,
Here
see
comes
how
the Red
Benilde
Knights.
handles this.
Coughlin, she puts up a shot just short. Rebound, taken down by Chaska. No foul. Oh, Red Knights got a foul there, Phil. No one was even.
No, they didn't either. Well, they'll relive that last 10 seconds.
You know, great comeback for Chaska. Give credit where credit's due. They trailed by 3 points late in the game, and were able to score the last 4 points of this basketball game and come away with victories.
Yeah, this was an exciting game for, well, really for both teams. But Chaska at the end made the big plays.
You know, Phil, AJ Sherrod, you know, was held fairly quiet in the second half, but played a great game along with Sattler. But Nicole Parsons came through with a couple big baskets at the end there, and that's really their go-to player. Anna Perrell had a great game along with Nicole Parsons for Chaska.
Well, those were pressure free throws. You got to give that girl a lot of credit, standing up there, just, you know, nothing but net, both of them.
So the Hawks now are 14-11, and the Benilde-St. Margaret Red Knights 15-10. Next game for Benilde is the final game of the season at Robbinsdale Cooper. That coming up Friday night. On behalf of Phil Firk, I'm Bruce Hoberman. Our final score here from Haven Center at St. Louis Park is Chaska 46 and the Benilde-St. Margaret Red Knights 45. Thanks for joining us.